Watch where you're going.
Some say it's impossible. Some say it's possible with science. Some say it's not science at all. Some say it's only science fiction. Some offer millions of dollars of prize money if you do it. Can you do it? But what is it? It is telekinesis. You can call it psychokinesis if you want. It is simply the ability of moving objects with your mind. Strictly speaking, it is an unproved psychic ability, allowing a person to influence a physical system without any physical interaction. So, telekinesis involves moving objects, bending spoons, controlling fire, and a lot of things. Telekinesis is a psychic ability, and it says to influence a physical system without any physical interaction. It means you should use your mind, only your mind. You should not use any electromagnetic waves, force fields, or any apparatus to do that. It's just your mind and the physical system. Otherwise, it becomes a magic trick, not telekinesis. In the 1970s, a magician Uri Geller claimed that he has psychic abilities. He did many shows across the world by bending spoons and breaking watches with his mind. He earned millions. He got the attention of many scientific people. A businessman, Gerald Fleming, agreed to offer him €250,000 if he can bend a spoon under certain conditions. But he failed to bend spoons under controlled conditions. In the 1980s, another person named James Heydrich claimed that he has psychokinetic ability. He said he can move small objects like pencil and he can turn pages of a telephone book with his mind. But it was suspected that he is slowly blowing the pages to turn. The history of telekinesis is a history of frauds and fakery. No one has ever managed to do telekinesis. In 1988, the United States National Research Council commissioned a panel to study these paranormal activities. After going through 130 years record of scientific research on such activities, they concluded that they couldn't find any scientific evidence of such abilities. But what makes telekinesis so difficult to do? Well, if you want to move an apple, you should apply some force on it. According to the most famous equation, force equals mass times acceleration, the object comes to motion. You can apply force in many ways. You can push it, pull it. You can use a high-speed fan to move it, or you can use gravity to move it. In all these cases, you are physically interacting with the apple. You may think of using magnetic fields to move it, but those are also physical interactions. If you ask me what's not physical, well, you should use a force which is not one of the four fundamental forces. It means a force which is not discovered yet. And that fifth fundamental force doesn't exist according to our physics. We have four fundamental forces: gravitational force, electromagnetic force, strong nuclear force, and weak nuclear force. Strong and weak nuclear forces are short-range forces, so they can't affect macroscopic objects. We have only two long-range forces which can affect macroscopic objects: gravitational force and electromagnetic force. If you use electromagnetic or gravitational force to bend a spoon, it is noticeable. We can easily detect those electromagnetic and gravitational fields. It becomes a physical interaction. Besides that, human brain is not constructed to focus or generate such fields. So, the only scientific way to do telekinesis is to make use of the fifth force of nature, if it exists. But we need to consider some important points here. We never detected any such force. If such a force exists, it should be much weaker than gravitational force, or it must be a very short-range force. With a force with such specifications, you can't move an apple or you can't bend a spoon. Maybe you should create your own force. It depends on three things: range of the force, strength of the force, and the source of the force. One more challenge is telekinesis violates some important laws of physics, including the inverse square law, second law of thermodynamics, and the conservation of momentum. Now let's ignore some parts of the definition of telekinesis. Let's make it simple. Moving objects with mind. If we ignore the term physical interaction, telekinesis is possible. Now think of an apple. It's red. You just had a thought of an apple. Scientifically, a thought is a series of electrical impulses in your mind. These impulses travel from neuron to neuron with the help of neurotransmitters. Neurotransmitters are the chemical compounds, mostly amine molecules, amino acids, or neuropeptides. Like all the matter, these chemical compounds have gravity. Every bit of matter is gravitationally affected by every other bit of matter. So the movement of neurotransmitters in your brain causes a very small positive disruption in the gravitational field. That tiny disruption will lead to tiny change in the position of every atom in the universe. In this way, you created a disturbance in the universe with that apple in your head. But it's small, very small. So technically, you moved every object in the universe with your mind. This is telekinesis, but with a physical interaction. We can move objects with our thoughts, but with a digital support. This is what Neuralink is trying to do. In the future, people will control robotic arms and many digital appliances with their brains. The main principle behind this is converting the electrical impulses in our brain into computer-readable information. And some people believe that if you practice meditation and some other spiritual things, you can unlock the real potential of human body, which enables you to do telekinesis and telepathy. Carl Sagan, one of the famous American astronomers, once said, "It would be foolish to accept such things without any solid scientific data." He included telekinesis in the list of superstitions and pseudoscientific concepts. But if somehow you are able to do telekinesis, you have to use your mind to get things done where humans or robots can't go. What if your telekinetic ability worked for large distances? Maybe you can get whatever you want at your home. From large-scale industrial purposes to daily chores, telekinesis will be everywhere. Along with advantages, there will be disastrous consequences too. Use your future prediction abilities and let us know what are the consequences of telekinesis in the future.